We are officially living in the golden age of streaming. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 releases coming to streaming services in November 2019. For this list, we're looking at new original content set to be released in the month of November 2019 across a variety of major streaming services. Number 10, See, coming to Apple TV Plus November 1st, 2019. Can't get enough Jason Momoa? Is rewatching Aquaman and Game of Thrones just not cutting it anymore? Then look no further than See on Apple TV Plus, which is splashing out big on original content. In fact, according to the Wall Street Journal, the price tag per episode for See approaches $15 million.
Something's different. The children, they have the ability to see.
The show is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity has lost the ability to see. But when twins are born with the long-lost sense, it sparks an epic conflict.
They have a power that we would call magical or evil.
We must protect them.
With a creative team including screenwriter and director Stephen Knight and Hunger Games director Francis Lawrence as executive producer, Apple clearly means business.
It's astonishing how the smallest moment can change an entire world.
Number 9, Encore, coming to Disney Plus November 12th, 2019. When Disney announced it was developing its own streaming service, many assumed it would just be a library of their many hugely popular movies and series. And with Star Wars and the MCU under the mouse's umbrella, subscribers likely would have been plenty happy with just that. But as Encore proves, the company is also looking to break new ground.
I never thought I would want to go back to high school.
You ready for this?
I don't know.
This reality series follows host Kristen Bell as she assembles the cast of old high school musical productions to recreate their performances many years later.
There could be a creative way to do like this really magical dance moment.
It's definitely a fun and intriguing premise, and given Bell's infectiously upbeat personality and quirky sense of humor, we think Encore might just deliver on its potential.
Being able to be in this show will be one of the greatest treasures of my life.
Number 8, Earthquake Bird, coming to Netflix November 15th, 2019. Don't let the title fool you. This is not a spin-off of the Sharknado franchise. Earthquake Bird is actually a mystery/crime drama set in late 80s Tokyo, where a young woman finds herself embroiled in the disappearance and suspected murder of a friend.
Where were you the night Lily Bridges disappeared?
The reason that she's under scrutiny? She and her missing friend were part of a love triangle with a local photographer. Adapted from the Susanna Jones novel of the same name, Earthquake Bird stars Academy Award-winning actor Alicia Vikander in the lead role and is directed by Wash Westmoreland, the man behind such critically acclaimed indie films as Still Alice and Colette.
I know what I'm feeling. It's not right at all.
We're anxious to see whether this is up to his usual standards.
I feel like something really bad's gonna happen.
Number 7, Dickinson, coming to Apple TV Plus November 1st, 2019. In 2010, Haley Steinfeld was nominated for Best Supporting Actress at the 2010 Academy Awards for her role in True Grit. She was just 14 at the time.
I have one purpose,
Wild nights.
and that is to become a great writer.
As such, we're interested in just about anything Haley Steinfeld signs up for. But Dickinson has a lot more going for it than just its star. It's a dramedy exploring the life of a young Emily Dickinson, a poet who pushed the boundaries of the extremely restrictive gender roles of her time.
What are they so afraid of?
Maybe they're scared that if they teach us how the world works, we'll figure out how to take over.
So despite it being a period piece, from the looks of the trailer, it also seems perfectly suited to our modern times and contemporary battles. Add to that a few surreal touches, and you've got quite the compelling series.
No thanks.
Number 6, The End of the F***ing World Season 2, coming to Netflix November 5th, 2019. Adapted from the mini-comics of Charles Forsman, this black comedy made a big impact when it was first distributed on Channel 4 in the UK in 2017, and an even bigger one when it arrived on Netflix internationally the next year.
Hey.
I've seen you skating. It's pretty shit.
It follows two deeply troubled teens who run away together. James, who believes himself to be a psychopath, and Alyssa, who's trying to escape a dysfunctional family.
I'm going whether you come with me or not. You in? Please say yes.
I figured I wasn't in a rush. Yeah, all right.
The first season ended on the mother of all cliffhangers, but it was months before we finally got confirmation of a second season. It has finally arrived, and we are desperate to see how things play out for our young anti-heroes. Whatever the new season brings, we're confident it will be another wildly original ride.
Do you think it's going to explode?
It's not a film. If this was a film, we'd probably be American.
Number 5. The Crown Season 3, coming to Netflix November 17th, 2019. Netflix has rarely dipped quite so deep into its royal coffers than it does for this production, but there's no arguing with the quality of the end result.
On days like today, ask yourself, in the time I've been on the throne, what have I actually achieved?
The Crown is a sumptuous, tightly written, beautifully shot, and expertly acted series. As attached as we've grown to the cast, however, true to their word, the creative team is continuing to jump forward through Queen Elizabeth II's life. And as such, Claire Foy is passing on the role to her successor.
This country was still great when I came to the throne. All that's happened on my watch is the place has fallen apart.
In most cases, this would be cause for concern. But with Olivia Colman taking over as Elizabeth, we suspect this season might very well elevate this Netflix original to even greater heights.
We have all made sacrifices and suppressed who we are. It is not a choice. It is a duty.
Number 4. The Morning Show, coming to Apple TV Plus November 1st, 2019. Between C, Dickinson, and this, it's clear that what Apple TV Plus might lack in quantity, it's more than making up for with quality.
Watching a beloved woman's breakdown is timeless American entertainment.
The Morning Show is a drama series that follows a hugely successful news program called The Morning Show, which is rocked to its core when a sexual misconduct scandal results in one of its longtime stars being fired.
Mitch Kessler, my co-host and partner of 15 years, was fired today.
Boasting an all-star cast of A-listers including Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Steve Carell, as well as Billy Crudup, Mark Duplass, and Gugu Mbatha-Raw, this series feels like must-watch television, not only because of its star power, but also because it's addressing some of the biggest conflicts, social issues, and cultural questions of our age.
What happened to your TV?
We had a disagreement.
Number 3. The King, coming to Netflix November 1st, 2019. There are few young stars hotter right now than Timothée Chalamet.
A new chapter of my life has begun. Already I can feel the weight of this crown I wear.
With his performance in Lady Bird, Call Me By Your Name, and Beautiful Boy, the heartthrob has proven himself to be one of the most talented and versatile actors of his generation. No wonder Netflix wanted a piece of him. The King puts Chalamet front and center in a historical drama inspired by William Shakespeare's Henriade.
A king has no friends. Only followers and foe.
It follows Hal, a young prince who, upon his father's death, quickly learns just how difficult it is to wear the crown, especially during times of war. Directed and co-written by David Michôd, the film has already earned 12 nominations for the ACTA Awards. Might Netflix and Chalamet be headed to the Oscars as well?
You will not topple this King Henry V of England you so underestimate.
Number 2. The Mandalorian, coming to Disney Plus November 12th, 2019. After the poor box office performance of Solo: A Star Wars Story, Disney has seemingly slowed their output of Star Wars spin-off films. Over at Disney Plus, however, Jon Favreau's series The Mandalorian continued on the fast track, and all signs point to that being a good thing. Set after the events of Return of the Jedi, but decades before The Force Awakens, the series follows a Mandalorian bounty hunter, played by Pedro Pascal, as he navigates the outer reaches of everyone's favorite galaxy far, far away.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
First reactions are incredibly positive, giving us hope that this is exactly the sort of on-screen expansion and original storytelling that the Star Wars franchise deserves.
Don't you agree?
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
For
the first time in 2,000 years, Santa has disappeared.
I just said he should take the weekend off.
She-Ra is not a sword. She-Ra is you. For the honor of Grayskull!
Green eggs! Green eggs! Green eggs and ham!
I've got no leashes or fences. With me, every day could be an adventure.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Irishman. Coming to Netflix, November 27, 2019. There is no denying that Martin Scorsese is one of the greatest filmmakers in history, and there are very few directors who have a better handle on the gangster drama.
Only 3 people in the world have one of these. And only one of them is Irish.
After spending years languishing in development hell, Scorsese's long gestating passion project about Frank Sheeran, Russell Bufalino, and Jimmy Hoffa is finally a reality. It not only sees him reunite with frequent collaborator Robert De Niro and Casino co-star Joe Pesci, who came out of retirement for the film, but also adds big screen legend Al Pacino to the already winning mix.
You always charge a guy with a gun. With a knife, you run away. So you charge with a gun, with a knife, you run.
The heavy use of digital de-aging could have resulted in an expensive disaster, but the reviews are in and people are calling it Scorsese's best work in decades. Sounds like a solid investment on Netflix's part.
It's gonna happen. Either way, he's going.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.